Okay, next map, Junker Town, new Junker Town, I think, yeah. Kind of look at this. So Cast Tracer instead of the Cast Farah, again, just because of the very closed-in maps. Okay, so this one I'm going to look at because the first fight just goes really wrong. Just way too much like the pressure trying to happen out of LOS of where we need to be. Okay, positioning. Their whole team is sitting in this room. We need to own the space that we have right now. We have point. They're going to eventually have to push out from here. So we just need to play. We don't need to go out here at all. We don't need to be anywhere over here. We don't need, like, if this is the point, sure, we push this far over with our Lucio Tracer. We force things out, whatever. All we need to do right now is just stop their queen from engaging reliably and then watching this high ground with our cast, maybe over here, where we're just poking this high ground out. And then they can't rush onto our cast. Like, our cast needs to be so far away that if they wanted to rush on their cast, they're using Lucio Amp, Queen Shout, Genji Dash, and like Tracer 3 blinks. Like, there's no need for our cast to be this close because that's the engagement that they're looking on. Then our Tracer Lucio are marking the angle that their Tracer might be able to get onto our cast, and then our Malg is holding main with the Kiri helping, so we can hold space. But so that's how this fight needs to be positioned, and then I'm just recording this for future, but that's how the fight needs to be positioned. That way we're not like overextending. I think what happens is, yeah, so Lucio Tracer goes too far in, so now we're down, and then they push, and our cast isn't staged. Since you're here, I can treat it more conversational than just yelling at everybody.
Yeah, I got hooked there, and I didn't even know it because it didn't pop up on my screen that I got hooked. I was like, what the fuck? I literally said in comps, I got hooked? Question mark? I was like, what the fuck? So, got Shu forced out really early, unfortunately.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this next fight is just forcing the queen out and then forcing anything over on this side out, and then we take all of this space. So the main issue that happens is, I guess we'll see. Okay, I need to slow it back down. There we go. Okay, so we take the space, their queen shouts, gets low, no shoot. That's our cue to go in. Why is cast still rotating? Okay, yeah, so this is where, sure, the first fight, the cast should be this far away, but now that we've gotten all of the cooldowns out, then we can play a lot more aggressively. We need to be staged for it. Somehow the Tracer gets in onto the cast.
We could, if we're in that situation, we need to go fast. You don't need the Lucio there, so he could send the Lucio to like speed our cast like onto point. That way he has a better angle.
Well, point won't give a good angle, so we should be pushing from this way, and then our Tracer marks their Tracer as she blinks in. I don't actually know how. I think, well, he's not going to get healed from you because of his positioning, and then this isn't bad per se, but all they have to do is like stand over here or over here, and the cast doesn't get value. But I think Tracer, yeah. So our Tracer isn't marking their Tracer, so then this happens, and then I don't think you were even looking at the cast because he was so far away. So we shouldn't have lost the cast here. I ended up going down because we didn't have the cast pressure. Yeah, if we're going aggressive like that, when they have 0 cooldowns, then yeah, we just full send it, even with our cast, and then the Tracer just marks their Tracer during that engagement. And if Genji comes in, we'd burn him too. But I don't even think they had any of the cooldowns because we poked them out. I think this one's just lost. Yeah. And then I think we could go for this. Yeah, we did. Good touch. They're just already on top. Yeah. I was just kind of panicked, so I'm not worried about that one. fun ult that just cancels other people's ults while they use it.
Mm.
And I think it gets better. I wish it showed the next point on the replay viewer. Okay, so I think it's here.
I know, I hate that it doesn't.
Yeah. So, I mean, this comp is all about, like, their comp is rush, like full rush. Our comp is, like, timing. Well, now we're the Zarya because we have to be quirky. But even here, it's still force cooldowns, keep rotating, and then live their cooldowns and then push back in. Like, we don't have to play first much because we can't really. The only person that can is the Genji, but we need an angle. So, in this case, we're still rotating. As soon as we rotate, it's similar to the first map where we have to, or no, the Pharah from the last recording, where we need to basically leave our Venture or our Genji somewhere. That way we have an angle, and then when they try to rush down, then our Genji's able to dash in from the side, or the side, our Venture pops up, and then we're like back in on top of them. But we need to force those cooldowns first, and then we go in, or vice versa. So there's the cooldowns, they're rushing our Kiri. Kiri should be able to TP to Genji, yep. Because the Genji's far enough away and in a decent spot for the TP. I mean, ideally Lucio there, but beforehand. And we're just kind of in. Okay, what is happening here? This is way sloppier than it should be. So we burrow, pop up. TP's out. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, it's just a late TP. As soon as that happens, I would immediately be TPing over to here, take the high ground, and then we stabilize on this side. That way, if they try to push in anymore, then they're going to get caught. But we just basically stop them here, and then you're kind of free here. Our Genji's like on this angle in this area, and then our Venture can kind of, I think, can pop up here. But we just need to basically live their cooldowns first. But yeah, you definitely wait out the engage way too long there, and then they just are back over here because the rest of the team isn't stage forward either, because I think everybody goes to peel you, and then now that they've peeled you, then nobody's over here where you TP to. Everybody's blind, nobody sees the Genji. That works. Yeah, and then from a defender's point of view, then it's just really easy to get these engagements with the Genji. Like, we need to just have angles that we don't own right now. So Venture goes in, but again, like, there's nobody for the Venture to go in on, like, clearly. So it has to be the Genji kind of needs to dash in as well. So we have several angles, and then we're just pushing out like their queen. Like, we just need to burn the queen, and then they are probably going to use the cleanse on the queen. So then we just go for the Kiri or the queen, depending on who's lower, who's in a bad position. And then yeah, our Lucio should be able to mark the Tracer because we don't really need the Lucio at that point. On the point is, but yeah, I mean, this is just bad. We just needed to kite at that point. If we're all gonna chase a Tracer, this is bad for sure. We don't need 4 people chasing a Tracer. But then even then, our Venture needs to know to get out that we are backing to kite their team into the point, and then we force the Tracer out, force recall, and then kill them. This is bad kiting too. We need to kite the same way. Keeps happening. So this is bad from the tank and the Lucio to go to the high ground, but then I went too far. So even here, like, you should be up on the high grounds here, just like in a spot where you can see everybody, but then if you get pushed, then you're not gonna like have to leave, and then you don't have to panic TP to somebody, and then that means that the rest of the team has to not play inside of boxes. But make sure that you're just like like playing these high grounds on, especially on these spots, where they just can't push you unless they're Lucio or somebody else gets you, and then you just get peeled from our Lucio. But as soon as they start looking at you, then you like panic, even though the Genji's like a better option, but you like the queen can't get on you here. And then ideally we're just like forcing their Kiri or their queen until their Kiri TPs.
Time for the reckoning!
Oh my god, the queen really did just walk all the way up to the high ground to get you. Fine because they're all split. It's a good shot on Lucio. Then we stabilize. That's pretty good. How does he die? I swear he was full health. Damn. Alright, and you just get shredded. Just a slow CZ, it's unfortunate. I think he got melted
though. Yeah, it's just too far away for it to hit fast enough.
Yeah, I mean, he took like 300 damage within 1.5 seconds, which USU just couldn't get to in time, which is fine. I mean, that was even with a bubble too, actually. I mean, this staging is pretty decent. They go out. We just engage there anyway because we know we can. Just get more value. Good TP. I mean, overall that was good. Nothing crazy there. We did use 3 ults for it, but they used 2.
What's up?
So they shout, we kite. Turn the Genji, and then we go back in. Okay, why does Floor die again? Guardian bubble. Oh, well, this is probably why. Yeah, don't go in with 100 health. Yeah, just fully LOSing the Kiri. Yeah, just needs to back there. He doesn't need to be in. I've got full charge. Our Genji's in. That's the other thing too. Cycling the Venture Genji, like we don't need both in at the same time because we only need one angle for them to be looking at, and then it makes it easier for our carry to heal. But yeah, especially if you're low, there's no need to go back in and keep forcing it. Clean up. Angle here, and then we push it off the angle onto their venture. I mean, honestly, the venture. We can force the venture out, and then just burn the queen in the meantime. So there's their cleanse. We're burrowing. We just need to go in.
It's good kite on their beat, stabilize.
Again. Floor's just like in again. Also, I think your mic switched.
Here, right now?
Yeah, it sounds way louder.
No. That's still, still my Elgato mic.
Okay, I'm just hearing you in 20K right now.
Oh, wait. What about now?
I think it's fine. I'm not. It sounds like it's just picking up a lot. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. fighting to rotate. The Venture goes in, leaves. That's the engagement. So let's go to rush. Where's the Genji? Okay, so Genji should start taking angle here, or at least the Venture. Somebody needs to take an angle. Venture's in a better spot. So I think it's the same thing as I said on Lijiang, where our Venture just needs to be burrowed earlier so that we can actually go in when they get there. Because their Venture already is forced out. We just go in, there's the burrow. That's a good spot. That's good engagement spot. Yeah, just kind of good. I think that, yeah, they switched comps completely. Nailed it. Yeah, there's just the timings, I think. And the positioning mid-fight after the disengage. Where am I replace? Havana. This one's kinda
Havana was sloppy.
So Havana was sloppy, but that's because I think there's definitely some bad things, and we'll point those out. But I think the way we played it was good because, you know, for example, we'll get to second point. Is that what you're referring to? The second point stuff?
I think just in general. I mean, we kind of just got a little troll because they were getting troll.
I mean, I kind of disagree. I mean, maybe troll not in a bad way, though. Like, I think that's how you need to handle stuff like that. Where, I mean, if they're sitting in a room for 45 seconds, then, I mean, we can just poke them, let them. Because they're doing something very different. And if we, it's something that counters, like, full meta play, where, like, if everybody just backs up, then you give them the space to push cart. Yeah, we'll get to it when it happens, and then we'll get first point too. So.
Yeah, there was definitely like some good things we did too, but there was like other spots where
Yeah, for sure.
I think we were just making like bad decisions when, like, I don't know.
Yeah, you can point those.
I think more so. I think it was more so an attack.
Gotcha.
I think our defense we did fine on, and handled it well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Stop the payload.
Here, just rotating, so we just poke them out. The main thing I'm interested in here is how we died. Kill. They switch to the Genji, then they push. We use land.
Justice reigns from
Yeah,
above.
it's our barrage. Done. Yeah, it's just too high of an angle. There's no need to barrage from that high away. Oh, yeah, and then he tries to res that on top of them. Okay, yeah. Yeah, honestly, if this engagement is good, and then we just need to make sure that we are barraging from a lot better of an angle. That way we can, like, you know, maybe it's like close to the ground over here, and then it's just in, and then it can be body blocked by the Mauga. That high up's just gonna make it take too long. But I don't even. Yeah, we got forced out with the land too. Unfortunately.
Yeah, my positioning was bad.
Yeah.
It was an awkward area for me to play, but
Yeah, that's a bit of time. It's
should have probably just played like sign or something.
okay. So then they go to the high ground. We just need to take the space away from it, push point off, and then we're good. I would definitely play like back up here though, just so that you aren't this close to them. They end up. I think I remember this fight because I remember they just like barrel rushed our Zen. So I have to see how far he was in. But yeah, it definitely, you need to be like somewhere where you can get some poke damage off though too, because right now you're kind of, you have to like peek very lightly just to be able to like maybe poke the Genji. But if we get force this Genji out or out here, that's a lot more helpful. That way, if they do try to like send it over here, then we're able to kind of counter dive that immediately. But we should be able to just like shoot for free here on the and poke. Yes, they push me, pop Toa. Yeah, they window. And they're just on, and then yeah, okay. The Malga goes into our back line, and then we just don't stop it. That's okay. Well, now this makes sense. they ulted our Zen, but yeah. So it's just awkward positionings to kite too, because they like push across the whole map, and instead of us having this far sight line to like peel back to, then we have to like peel this way, but then we get split. So we just got to make sure we're on the same page with how we rotate. But especially with the Zen, he should really have just been. Let me check his position. Yeah, our Zen just needs to be back, because there's just back. It's the same thing I told the cat. Like the cast needs to be out of LOL, like just out of reach from the Malga dive. Same with Zen, but even more so for Zen, because Zen doesn't have a roll, and the kick doesn't do shit. So
Not anymore,
well,
unfortunately.
definitely not against a Malga charge.
Yeah, not
So
again.
yeah, it's just like leashing right there. Same with a Sig V, like Rhine, just whatever, just play
Yeah.
max range. Our Zen needs to play back. Our Widow needs to play a better angle here, because again, our Widow can even play up on this high ground if our BAP's here, or our Widow can play over here if we know they're gonna peek. But we just have to have like good angles. This is just lazy. Like I don't care about their Widow. Like we're playing poke. We just need to. You can play some dumb angles, but gotta be somewhat ballsy. We need the angles here.
I like Venti's mechanics on the Zen, but I think I need to do a VOD with him on like the angles and orb up time. I think orb up time is a big one I've noticed. And kind of cracked with the mechanics on him.
The payload has
What ends up happening here? Oh yeah, Malga sits on the stairs. Yeah, so this one, like, Malga just doesn't work here if we just play this right. So I mean, it's just force the Malga out, put Discord on him, he runs away, and then we just shield him off, and we walk. Then plays left. This is fine. Malga just shows up. This is what a sideline is fine. They're just gonna get pushed out though. Okay, just hold angles. This is fine. It's just sloppy, but Widow 1v1 just happening randomly, very casually in the middle of the point, as you know, always happens. I need to turn on the characters. Yeah, and I mean overall it like just works though, because we just have space and they try to do some random shit. Yeah, as soon as this rotation happens, they're very split. I mean, can't fucking see. I hate the inside maps. Okay, close enough. But yeah, I mean, even now, like this rotation needs to happen way faster, because their Hog, if he's smart, just walks right out here, and then their Genji ideally would have just dashed, and then these guys are split. So, and this is, I think, where I was calming like very aggressively that our team needs to rotate, and that's because of this engagement, which ideally I think is what they were trying to stage for. But we just need to flip map way faster.
A deflect on the Widow was corny as fuck.
Any other team, yeah, we get trans. Didn't even need to force trans there, but yeah, trans gets forced out just because of poor rotation. And then our Genji could honestly, like, our Genji doesn't need to be up here with me. Like, our Genji can look for an engagement on their break if she peeks out, or whoever. But yeah, it's just about forcing their angles out and then pushing them aggressively. So this works. I think this is where they just sit inside for, let's see, 150, 140. I should have even just played by the spawn, just up here. 140. So it's been 20 seconds in there. They go Sombra. This is where I get the hook that almost ends my career. Right there. That's terrifying. God damn. Um,
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
they were literally in there for a minute. And then we force Sombra off point. That's good. So then their hog comes back.
60 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to take angles again, though. Like, as they rotate from under here, then we can just play back over here and then like keep pushing them out and just keep rotating. 'Cause, I mean, the point here is like they literally the only way they can get on us is with their Genji and maybe their Sombra. But if we just keep rotating, we're fine. But yeah, it's right here where it just gets lazy. We don't rotate. Yeah, Venti's just in. What the hell? This is fine, I guess, because we're gonna push outside. Yeah, this works. Slow rotations though overall. I mean, it's like they're playing troll shit right now, but the main takeaway is just understanding why we're rotating like we are.
10 seconds remaining.
Ah yes, the blade. Yeah.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Yeah, there's not really much else here. Go to the attack. Oh yeah, and this is where they just played the May Rhine. Where...
Escort the
Okay.
payload.
We have the angles. Okay, ice gets forced. I mean, even here, we just gotta make sure we time it right, but we can just push out and just take all of this space where we have all of this cover from where they were staged at. We just have to go quick and then rotate. Because even with turret, like their Rhine should get burned. Just slow to rotate out. And we didn't time it together. This is really-
Yeah, I mean, we also didn't like call a rotation or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing we could do better. There's like call when we're like peeking out and stuff like that. Call our timings.
Shatter. Yeah, then just this is fine. Ice gets forced. Now we hit. Now this is where we just need to send it. Oh, then we need to like kill him back. So we kind of get lucky that we get 2 kills there, honestly. But yeah, we kind of need to force these ults out. And then like this is ult tracking, but just know that they have this and then not play aggressively.
Well, we also need to like let our Zen know which direction we're gonna rotate out so they can take the opposite side.
I don't. That's not a bad idea, but I don't like it because if their Zen peaks, if our Zen peaks from this side, for example, like our Zen goes here and then the rest of our team goes from here. I mean, we're already slow. Like if our Zen goes there, they have the Alari, and it's actually because of this Alari that it makes it rough because Alari holds off angles, and their Alaris are going to be peeking over there. So he's just going to get burst down. If they had like the Lucio or something, then maybe. But it's like same time. Like timing for sure makes this a lot better. Where if our Zen peaks from here at the same time as we push out here, that's fine. But because it's literally just because of this that we actually do have to change how we do that strategy against the higher team. Maybe here it works. Sure, probably. But that is one thing to note that their Alari is going to be staged on that off angle where the Zen would probably try to peek from. So then, again, I'm putting it this at like a higher level. Then their Alari is probably going to beat the Zen just because of the pylon, the just burst damage, and then it's somebody else is going to force the Zen back, and then even if we try to take space, we're going to get forced back out by their cooldowns every time. So the Lucio there would make it a lot better because of just how fast we can play once we get the cooldowns out. But we didn't really. I think it's been a while since we got full close held here, so we got to practice that again. But yes, you're all right. The Zen should push from a different angle at the same time as the rest of the team, and then we peek out, and then we push whatever target it is that we can, like probably their tank. But just playing fast here. We shouldn't really be losing our Bastion there. How do we lose our Bastion there? Oh, he's just getting blown up because he's just in the open. Oh, he peeks too early, that's why. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's just timing on the pushes. Take high ground. They go high, so we need to just rotate.
I didn't go for the high ground there, but I do here soon. Right there. I went for the high ground. I was on it, but I like was stuck on the railing, so I died.
Because as soon as we rotate, like our Zen should just be like up in the our Zen should just be like up in these staircases, and then you can just play the high ground, and then they're not going to be able to push. Because now we're just in a really bad spot for them to just push us aggressively. And then oh yeah, I see, you get stuck. That's unfortunate. Surely they win that fight. Yeah, they kill the LRA. Let me just push him. I just wasn't even expecting to get frozen there, so I was like, oh, I'm not even gonna eat. Yes, I should have eaten that. And again, just angles. Our Zen didn't need to be in front of their whole team. Our Widow, I'm assuming that's a Widow. She shouldn't even be on this side. Like, we're just not staging properly. Oh, that's a Bastion. Yeah, he shouldn't be there. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of these, we're just like winning off mechanics. Our positioning is just absolutely god-awful right now. Like, I think, hold on, let me look again. Yeah, so Zen shouldn't be there. You're on high ground, drop because of the Zen. Zen dies. You popped your shift right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pop your shift, I think a little too late to save the Zen, but again, shouldn't have been there. So bad Zen positioning, bad BAP cooldown. I'm not saying bad because it shouldn't have been done, but just bad. I guess
Should
four.
have played that corner better.
Yeah. And then you're kind of just in the open. Our Widow's 1v1ing a Lucio. And then, yeah, like, we just don't have angles on anything to state, like, to start this fight. So I kind of do see what you mean by trolling, yes.
Yeah.
We're definitely just playing like a comp game right now, so it's just still playing smart. And so, I mean, even here, this is where it's okay for the Zen to be with the SIGs. This is fine, forced out things, and then just kite. And then...
Fucking counter swapped me the second I went on it,
Yeah,
too.
that's unfortunate. I
I was
mean,
like,
even
bro.
here, I would... Again, here's where we just need to swap off the Widow so that we can push the cart, honestly, because then the rest of our team can stage. But, yeah, I mean, we have Ana now, so it's unfortunate. And then just hold this base and push. This is fine. Good kill. And then, yeah, here's just where it gets hairy, because we don't push one side or the other. They just dive past, and then we don't deal with it. Yeah, as soon as this happens, I would say, honestly, here's where you should probably start to back, because we're getting close. Yeah, because, like, obviously, it's not ideal for you to be on cart. In the grand scheme of things, the only person that could be on cart is our Genji, which isn't the worst thing, like that might even be better, at least for now, because we know that they're going to push cart. So you should be backing up, calling the Genji to come over, and then if they dive this room or whatever, we can stabilize, and then we rotate over. Even here with that pick, then the Zen Sig need to just push the BAP and kill him, and then we're already rotated back so that we can just kind of come from behind and then take this space, or even push through and then double back after the BAP dies. But yeah, so we just get caught out of position here. Because the Zen doesn't have an orb on you. Yeah.
I think I just swap again. Yeah, I do. I thought it was just Genji there too.
Oh boy. Yeah, I remember you
All I
TP'd
could
onto
see
me and I
was
was
the
like, yeah, I don't
Genji,
know
and I
about
was
that one.
I thought it was just the Genji. It's like all you said was Genji, and all I could see was Genji. I was like, oh, easy. I'll just, TP2, stabilize, we're good.
Yeah, I think
I
same
don't
thing
even
here.
know what happened there.
Yeah, like we just started getting lazy, but just forcing space. I mean, we have Zen Kiri, so it's like, we don't have the optimal thing, but
This is where I wanted Venti to take I even told him I wanted him to take an insanely aggressive angle. Like he honestly could have rotated all the way behind him.
yeah, I mean that's part of the thing. Like we're just not even cooking, but we kind of just have to force out their monkey. Like the angle, sure, that's fine, but like because he has trance, that's fine. But we are just playing for space right now. If that's like an intrinsic thing where they just automatically, I'm gonna take an angle, blah blah blah. But like the 9 out of 10 times where we don't have the trank, then we need to just play to force monkey out. We play far back, put some pressure on them. Their monkey tries to jump, we force monkey out.
Well, if we don't have trank, we don't play Zen here.
Well, obviously, but I'm just making the point, like doing this angle, even with this angle with trank, like if our Zen tries to go over here, then we're still down one, and then they're gonna make their dive. So like, sure, we stabilize from the dive, but we really just need to play this straightforward because we just have the better pressure on them. So we can really just go in with trank. If that's something that he's called, because I don't know, that's the difference between just like if I tell somebody to go take an angle versus them wanting to take the angle, then there's going to be a difference in how that actually happens. But sure, like from a cooking perspective, yeah, you wait for your Zen to rotate. Zen comes up on the high ground. They try to dive him or whatever, and then we trank, and then we dive onto our trank.
I mean, he doesn't even have to fully go behind him. All I'm saying is he just needs to take aggression, literally bait them onto him. Here.
Yeah.
Because if they dive on him, he's alive, and then we can collapse on them on their dive, or we can just go on the BAP and he's free. Right?
I mean, sure, but if our Zen's here, let's say they dive the Zen. So I counter dive the monkey to force him out. Our Zen's on an angle. Oh, I didn't even see you guys go back over there. But this is the issue where our tracer's on cart, you TP to the tracer, so now you're the one who's gonna get baited. Because sure, we if we want to bait the Zen, we have to play to bait him where we aren't getting forced out by anybody. We basically let him walk, do whatever he wants, and then we go in. But this is happening too early. The tracer's trying to force cart, so then the tracer's gonna get forced out. So we'd have to play differently for that, to let their team go onto our Zen early enough. But if 3 other people are doing things, then that happens. And I think their Zen gets split. And then yeah, we can just go on their back line with Trance and Blade after the monkey's gone.
60 seconds.
And so you're back. Monkey's his bubble. We rotate. Monkey's in. So monkey's in. We should just be forced living this because we literally can't die to this because of Trance, and then we push him with Blade.
Pass into the iris.
And then our Genji comes from the side. I have to back because we didn't push with the Trance. Yeah, we needed to just walk with that.
Pass
The Trance
into
and
the
just go.
iris.
Yeah. Yeah, we're trying to fight him here, but just walk while we fight him too, just so that we have the Trance for when we go in with the Genji Blade. So the monkey's still low, we get Primal out, and he's probably, which is fine. But we should be able to kill everything else. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the rest of that doesn't matter. Yeah, it's mostly just we need to make sure that no matter what comp we have, that if we bait them in, they do their turns first, and then we're just walking. Because we didn't walk with trance here, which that's like the main reason this takes so long. We kind of just get lucky that our Genji gets 2 in 1 dash before their beat goes off. Otherwise, this actually might have been a loss. Yeah, that works out. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the main things that I'm seeing from those 3 maps are just like our timings for our peaks, and then our just initial positioning just has issues. I think each map is different, obviously, but there's so many times I'm seeing just like random positioning or like cooldowns, and then cooldowns get forced because of positioning. Lazy cooldowns happening just like when we see things that we're not like comfortable with, and then yeah, we just need to put more pressure early on, but yeah, it works out. Not bad.